Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kurtis and this is
Marcella.
And this is the Mkshow. Okay, so today's video will be about the time I was about to fight a McDonald's employee. So I'm gonna give you guys the backstory. The backstory is this. So me and Marcella used to this was like our sophomore year in college, or not college, sophomore year in high school, or junior year no, it was our junior year in high school.
It had to be senior year because I didn't have a car until senior year.
Okay, so it was in our senior year. We would go to McDonald's and get chocolate chip cookies. Okay. Now you may think that, hey, McDonald's cookies is nasty, which there's some McDonald's cookies that are nasty. They're nasty code. But we used to get McDonald's cookies and Sprite. McDonald's had some crack Sprite because you was addicted to it. It wasn't ifs, ands, or buts. You was addicted to that Sprite at McDonald's.
We had to wean our way out of it.
Literally. The first time I tried that McDonald's Sprite, it hit me that drugs were real.
Right. It was like the back of the throat. It hit you right there.
It hit the back of your freaking throat. And you're just like, the first time I was like, and then Marcella used to always be like, yeah, when you drink Sprite, you gotta go,
yeah.
And I didn't think that was real. I was like, that's fake. You drink the McDonald's, it just happens. You don't even get to choose whether or not you do it. It literally happens. You go, and I'm like, what? And she drinks it. I'm like, what is that? That's crack. That's cocaine. They can't be serving that to people. And so that's how I felt. But also, they're chocolate chip cookies when they're warm. God knows. Because when I tell you those chocolate chip cookies warm were the best cookies I've ever tasted in my life, we was going there each and every day eating those cookies.
Yeah, it was a shame.
And it only could be warm. But if they were cold, there were sometimes when they were cold, I'm just like, bro, take this back, bro. Ain't nobody want these nasty cookies. Okay, so that's the backstory of what happened. So, you know us, like I said, senior year, pulling up on a McDonald's to get their chocolate chip cookies and they Sprite. And when I tell you, we get to the drive-thru window, and I'm just like, hey, can we get 13 cookies?
No, we got 6.
Oh, okay, that was a different time. I'm like, when I pull up to the drive-thru window, or the box where they talk to you, I pull up to that thing, and I'm just like, yeah, can I get 6 chocolate chip cookies? And can you make sure they're warm? Keyword, warm.
And this is like late at night.
This was late at night. I mean, it would have been. I mean, it was like 10, but it was getting dark super quick. It was like 9 or 8. We weren't out that late because you had to eat home.
No, it was like 10 because we were going home right after.
Okay, right. So yeah, I remember dropping you off. Okay, yeah. So it was about 10 o'clock, and we get to the drive-thru, pull up to the window, and I'm like, can we get 6 chocolate chip cookies and make sure they're warm? And then can we get a large Sprite with no ice? Because ice is nasty for you. It melts your drink. Or the ice melts in your drink and it becomes flat, and it's nasty. It's not crack Sprite anymore. It's watered down Sprite. So yeah. So that happened. And so I'm like, okay, so then she said the total. The total was about, it's like $7 because it's always $7. No, it wasn't $7. I'm sorry. It's like 6 cookies, $3. It's like $4. So it's $4. It's like under $5. It's a good little snack. I get 1 cookie. She gets 5 cookies because that's how it was.
No.
I'm kidding. I ate 5 cookies. She ate 1. But that's how I'm fat right now. But back to what I'm saying. We pull up to the window, give the lady my freaking money, my freaking cash. She takes my freaking $4.50. Okay, so I'm like, okay. So then we get to the first window, or the window where you pick up your food. And this lady comes up to the window and she's like, you guys have the cookies? And she's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, we did have the cookies. She gives us this little bag of cookies, and I'm like, okay.
They told us to wait first.
Okay, yeah, they told us to wait, so we had to wait for our cookies for about like 6 minutes. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, I'd rather them be warm. This lady gonna bring out some cold cookies after a 6-minute wait. And I was like, yeah, actually, can we have warm cookies? Because that's what I paid for. And she was like, okay, she got a little attitude. That's when I knew that was going to be a problem. She got a little attitude. So she takes these cookies back to the back. And at first she's like so most people will tell you, hey, keep the cookies and go make new ones. She like asked for the bag of cookies back. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't care. You can take the bag of cookies. I won't go eat them anyway. They're nasty and hard. Okay, so we're sitting in the window and she takes the cookies. And then like 6 minutes later, she comes back, hands us the cookies again. She gives us 4 cookies. And at this moment, I'm like, bro, they really think we dumb for, like, they really just took my money. And I was mad because I didn't have no job. That was $4 that I gave her for some cookies that I didn't get. And so she gonna come back with 4 cookies. She gives us the 4 cookies, and I'm just like, okay. Oh, at this time we already had our Sprite, so that was fine. But she gives us the cookies, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, we had 6 cookies. Can I get my other 2 cookies? This lady gonna start talking crazy, talking about something. We gave you your cookies. I said, we just gave you the whole bag back. What are you talking about? And then she started closing the window, start asking people questions like, did y'all give them these cookies? Did y'all give them these cookies? Did you give them cookies? And people like, yeah, we gave them cookies. Nah, y'all didn't give us the cookies. And then the lady just sitting there like trying to argue with me about the cookies. She's like, I know you guys have the cookies. I'm like, bro, if I had the cookies, I'd be gone, bro. I said, give us our freaking cookies, bro. I said, I'm done playing. Give us our freaking cookies. So then she gonna tell me to pull up to the front, pull up to the what is that? The reserve spot, waiting for my cookies to come out the door. And so I'm like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. I said, give me my cookies right now because I've already paid for these cookies. I've been sitting here for about 25 minutes waiting for these cookies, bro. I said, the first time you brought the cookies back, there were 6 in the bag. They were hard cookies. I asked you to warm them up. You came back with 4 cookies. So where is my other 2 cookies? And then she gonna start cussing and everything. And at that moment, I'm like, dang. I said, y'all better be happy y'all closed because I'll be in there in a second because you getting on my nerves. I want my cookies, and you guys are gonna say, dang, he must be fat because he really wants them cookies.
No,
bro, you don't understand them cookies was good.
No, it wasn't like the fact that like she didn't get like super. She just got super disrespectful. Really
yeah, she started like cussing at
like,
us.
She called us out like outside our names. Like she was like calling us the N-word and everything.
Calling N-word and calls N-word.
And I was like, over some cookies. Like I was like, in the middle of that, it was crazy. I was not ready. I'm just not hood enough. But
I was ready to go. I was ready for her to be outside, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm like a very
because she was calling us the N-word, she was calling us the B-word, and she's calling us the F-word. It's like start using the F-bomb on us. So I'm like, bro, we're like freaking kids. Like, just give us our freaking cookies. Okay, and even if the fact is this, even if we did take those cookies, they're cookies. She's talking about that messing up our inventory. That's what messes up our inventory.
That does mess up inventory.
Right, but it's 2 cookies under. They drop cookies on the floor. That messes their inventory too. No, just understand that. I understand. I'm not trying to say that. Oh,
no, like inventory is super important.
Right,
I can understand.
inventory is super important, but she's still cussing at kids. That I mean, at the end of the day, you have a place, and your place is customer service. You chose this job. We didn't tell you to choose that job. You have a right to the customer. The customer is always right, correct?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, they teach you the customer's right. So for her to get a big attitude like she did, that was beyond me, and I was ready to go.
No, I don't think, I wasn't mad up to the point where she started cussing. It was like, I was fine with like the cookies not being warm. That's understandable. They were probably, they weren't super busy. We were the only people in line. But like,
obviously you can tell Marcella's not from a place where I've been from, because if I was in that position where I'm giving a customer something, that person in the car is not going to care whether or not I'm in here doing something. They're going to care about how their food comes out because they paid for the food to be a certain way. Correct?
I understand.
So you're not going to tell me you're just going to accept some trash that somebody just gave you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like it's okay to like, hey, my cookies weren't warm. Can I like?
Yeah, and that's what we did.
Ask for it. I was like, can we heat them up? Yeah, sure. That's when she got the attitude. It's just like, okay. And then you give them back and we're missing 2 cookies, and then you like call us more. That's what made me mad, is like I can understand like little mix-ups don't make me mad. It's when like you do like
I see what you're
and, like, things like that. Because I'm like, I understand like there's so much more behind the scenes than we will ever know because we don't work there. But like I've never called a customer outside there anymore, like, ever. And I think that's like, it's a whole nother like level of unprofessionalism that I will never reach.
Okay, I wasn't mad about the point that the cookies were cold. Or I was one of the main parts, because the cookies are, when they're cold, they're nasty. My main thing was the fact that she looking at me in my face and she calling me the N-word and talking about I want to steal 2 cookies. I don't need your cookies. I want my cookies warm. If I didn't pay for the cookies, that's fine. But give me my cookies. You see me, I gave you a bag of cookies back, so where are the other 2 cookies at? That don't make no sense to me. I don't understand how you get to that point where you have 6 cookies in the bag, they take the cookies back, and they bring you back 4 cookies. That does not make any sense to me. You're subtracting my cookies now. And so when she brought the bag back, that's when I got an attitude. And the fact that, how can you tell me that you just gave us cookies when we gave the cookies back? That don't make no sense. I wasn't gonna keep no cold rock hard cookies. No. You other cookies in the bag, I gave the cookie bag, and then when you bring the cookie bag back, there's 4. But then when I say, hey, where's the other cookies? You wanna get an attitude. You wanna send shots. You wanna start talking about our moms and dads. And I just don't understand that. I don't understand how, as a customer service representative, you're representing McDonald's or a franchisee. You don't come to customers in that same tone like that. I understand if it was an adult or somebody else, she would have done that. She would have gave them cookies and they would have moved on. But since it was kids, she seen the need to attack or to use vulgar words to scare us away. But I'm not scared of no person sitting in McDonald's. I'm just letting you know. I'm not scared. If I feel the customer service is wrong, I'm going to let somebody know. Then, after all that, she finally gives us our 2 chocolate chip cookies. And at this point, the other cookies are cold. So I was about to be like, dang, can you warm... I was about to be like, dang, can you warm up these other cookies? But I was like, dang, we've already been sitting for like 30 minutes. People are honking in the freaking line. And I'm like, okay, yeah, so we're good. We drove away. And then Marcella was always that hidden snitch. She's gonna go on Facebook and start trashing the McDonald's, like literally trashing the McDonald's. And then her aunt comments on the page and says, oh, I'm shutting that down. And she shut it down, bro.
She knew the manager there.
She knew the manager at the McDonald's and shut it down, bro. And at that moment, I was like, dang, it shouldn't have went that far, but it was Marcella's fault. But at the moment, I do thank her aunt for that, because in no way should you ever try to come that way at kids, because they're just kids. I mean, I understand if they're putting you in a life or death situation, or they make you feel threatened.
Like, I can understand, like, I get the frustration, like, no, like, you have to think of, you get the frustration
to cuss at kids about cookies?
No, okay, I get the frustration, like, there's probably a long day, like, there's probably a mix-up, she's probably dealing with a lot at that time. I don't condone what she did, like, I don't condone what she did at all, but I can understand.
Yeah, anybody can understand that if you're having a hard day, you're having a hard day. Okay, there's a lot of people who have hard days and they don't use the same type of attack that she uses. Do you have hard days, don't you?
I do.
When the next customer walks in, do you attack them with vulgar words because they asked you to find a shoe that they couldn't find?
No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm saying the way she did it was disrespectful, and it had to be dealt with.
But I'm not saying that lady, this is not like, I don't think that she's like a mean, bad person.
No. It's just in the moment she used the wrong way to approach the situation.
Yes.
Wrong way to approach the situation, and she at that moment she could have just been like, "Hey, here's the cookies," and it would have been over. It would have been over with 20 minutes ago. But she had the anger in her, or the frustration in her, to argue and then to become very, very malicious with her words at people who were in her draft, who have paid for a service or who have paid for a product that they weren't receiving. And at that moment, I understand that you have to understand from her point of view, but you also have to understand from the point of view of the customer. Correct? If a customer walks into your store and pays $100 for something, then they get home and they realize, oh, these aren't in my bag. And they come back to the store like, oh, these weren't in my bag. What are you going to do?
Well, we would take care of them. We'd probably give them their stuff.
Right. But would you become angry with them because they came back for the stuff?
No.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's different ways you can approach situations. If she felt like we didn't pay at the cash register, understandable. But she didn't have that. She didn't have that because the lady who took us at the cash register was sitting right there with her. So she knew that we had 6 cookies. She knew that we had the Sprite. But she then said, "Oh no, we already gave them their cookies." Like you were sitting there. You know that we had ordered 6 cookies. So there's 4 cookies in the bag, correct? Okay. So where's the other cookies? And it just didn't make any sense to me. And so the moral of that story is this. From both sides of the story, if you're an employee for a restaurant or a like retail, anything like that, always remember that you want to approach the customer as if you were the customer, because you want to put yourself into the shoes of the customer. Because there's customers who can get angry at you. Like in my retail history, I've never yelled at a customer, called them any names outside their name. I've always come with a professional way about myself. as an employee, you have to take if a customer is yelling at you or everything like that, you still have to take that sign of respect. Because unless they are getting to the point of you need to kick them out, then that's when you have to step out of the professional realm, because then that person is causing harm upon somebody else in the store, or maybe an employee in the store. You have to take care of that. Either go to a manager, unless you are the manager, call security and get that person out of there. That's when you go out of the professional realm. But if you are in the professional realm and nothing is happening to you and a customer needs a service that you have said you will provide for them, you need to step into that role as that customer service person, that you are the face of the brand that is behind you. So you want to take that approach. But for as a customer, you want to make sure that you understand that, hey, this person may have had a bad day, so you want to be a little easier. I could have been a little easier, but what I'm saying, with my moral of that story, or more of my side as being a customer is, if I paid for a service, so I feel as if that same service or whatever I had asked for, that product should be what I paid for. And if it's not, then that is unacceptable. And that's what I'm saying. Agreeable?
Agreeable. I just am really, since I work in customer service, I'm super sensitive to people who also work in customer service, especially food service.
Yeah,
because I know that is not an easy job, and it's not being taken lightly. And I know a lot of people are very picky about food and everything like that. So I feel bad for people when they have to deal with like unruly customers. I mean, understandable that they made a mistake. Mistakes happen, and I understand that she handled it poorly. But I honestly feel bad for people who deal with that on the daily, on an hourly basis. So
yeah. But if you like the video, make sure you give it a like. And if you are new to the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and become a part of the MK gang. But if you guys have any comments that you maybe want different videos, make sure you comment those down below. But other than that, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!